I'm
Actually,
pushing Setari through the doors.
I was gonna say last
I
I
think I went in alone, and then Kuroku's like, "Come on," and pulled Setari.
Well, Setari,
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to you if you allow it. You can easily outstrength Kuroku.
That's true. You could throw Kuroku around with no issue.
Yes. Well, there is something I wanted to talk to Kuroku about too. So while he's trying to push me and Ko's away, it might be a good time to do
boy.
that.
Okay, you
Start
can
an intervention.
you can
Yeah, what is
use
this?
you can use your literal 500 pounds extra pull weight than he has to pull him off to the side and have a conversation if you like.
Okay.
I mean, I was gonna go near Ko and just eavesdrop on him doing
The
whatever.
door is open. There's a fair bit of people in there. Ko disappears into the crowd very quickly. Setari pulls you outside. I'm assuming still outside the front door, like you haven't gone inside.
Yes. Do you try to get away or?
I mean, I was trying to pull you inside. So what? Do you not want to go in?
Maybe. There's something we need to discuss, Kuroku. I didn't want to do this in front of her, out of respect. But, and I switch over to Sylvan, would you care to explain yourself?
I don't know what a Japanese Sylvan accent sounds like, so I'm gonna keep the Japanese.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Back there in the arena, when we were fighting that water woman, you condemned her. You told her to suffer. It was mercy. We had no choice. What is wrong with you?
You don't understand my ways.
No.
But let me explain very simply. When you turn into a tiger, and you place these fangs upon the throat of your enemies to rip it out, what do you think is going through their mind?
They think I'm a monster.
Fear. They all know fear before death. The more fear that someone feels, the more susceptible they are to succumbing and faltering and dying. Our goal is to kill her. Fear speeds that process along. I do this not out of evil, but of necessity and understanding that if we are to win, we use everything at our disposal. My power is fear. My weapon is fear. I will use it without remorse.
So something that is so pure, something that had no choice. You don't care. You just use... It's a weapon. Nothing more to you. There's nothing stopping you from turning it on anything?
I do not believe I would ever have to use it on any of you. But if I do, I will do what is necessary for us and our organization to win a battle and not succumb to death ourselves. It is either them or us, and I will do whatever it takes, Setari. Now,
I'll never understand you.
no, you won't. But that's okay. I will never truly understand you. But we can start today with some drinks and making fun of Cole as he probably gets robbed. Let's go watch. I pull on Setari, but I don't force her, and I run inside.
Alright, I'll go in.
Okay, you walk in. The place is fairly crowded. It is definitely a brothel. There are several women taking men by the hand, going up the stairs, more coming down the stairs, things like that. Think almost Wild West Saloon type brothel. There are several games of cards and dice being played around the area. It's very loud and rowdy. Off in the corner, you do see a man stand up, accuse someone else of cheating, and just right hook him across the jaw and knock him out. And then they just sit back down. Someone kind of pushes him off to the side and takes his chair. Yes, Ikrie.
You said it's a Wild West style thing. Does the
Ish.
piano playing stop as soon as they enter?
No,
Oh, okay.
sorry, but there is somebody playing a piano.
They haven't recognized us yet. Once they recognize us, the piano will stop.
There
Yeah,
are
you
two
should be
people.
fine.
There are two people serving at the bar. Two dwarves, both women. They look like identical twins, actually. The only difference between them is one of them has an earring on her right ear with a large, almost looks like a geode dangling from it. The other one has the other half of the same geode, but hanging from the left ear.
That's hot.
One
I get a drink.
lies. The other speaks only truth.
Oh, hammer.
God hammer it.
Yeah, I slipped up. Shouldn't say anything.
Yeah. Hammer.
I'm
Rordrik,
going-
you just sitting there rolling your eyes, aren't you?
I shook my head, but it's close enough.
There it is. We have to say Karth hammer it.
Yeah.
All right, I get a drink. I'll just get something simple. One of the 2 copper drinks, or 1 copper, I think it is. No.
You hand over 2 copper because that's what you said. They take a mug that's already sitting on the bar. They take it off. They dump out whatever's in it, hold it up, fill it with something, and set it in front of you.
Works for me. I begin working on it. And
It is a dwarven stout, so it's not bad, but I mean it's 2 copper drink, obviously.
It's rough, but well made.
Yes.
I spin around, lean against the bar, and just kind of try to keep an eye on Setari.
Okay. And what are you doing, Setari?
I'm.
By the way, y'all do not see Ko anywhere in this world.
I noticed that, but I'll worry about that in a minute.
I'm kind of assuming I'm just getting my back against a wall because I've never been in a place like this. I have no idea, and I'm just kind of watching.
Again, a lot of gambling going on. Women taking men upstairs. A lot of women are sitting in like men's laps and kissing on them and flirting with them, trying to apply their trade and talk the guy into spending a few coins and going upstairs, things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
After a little while of you kind of standing off by yourself, one of these women does approach you, Setari, and kind of like reaches out and rubs her hand on your arm and goes, "Pretty girl like you, why are you standing all alone? Are you looking to have some fun?"
Fun? I don't know. I've never been to a place like this. My compatriots brought me here.
Oh, sweetie. Oh, first time. That is so cute. You know what? I can run you a little discount. You're not even sure what kind of fun you can have? I'll tell you what. For just 4 silver, we'll go upstairs, give you a nice massage. I have some incense I think you'll love, and I will show you how to relax and have fun.
Well, the massage before was nice. Well, I guess I'm trying to be normal. Why not?
Alright, you are taken upstairs by this lovely woman.
I am very
This is
surprised.
this could be very interesting.
Kuroku is shocked. He would not have expected that outcome.
It's a massage. You've done this before.
I predict a rage activation in the future.
It could happen.
What's funny is when you're like, you don't see Ko anywhere, I was like, I'll wait till I see the fireball in chat, then I'll run upstairs when that happens.
You were brought into that room, Setari, where the woman undresses you and lights a few candles and some incense and things like that. It smells like lilacs and lavender, and she begins massaging you with some oils, just like she said she would.
All right. I'm sure I'm tense as always, so it feels good.
And, Mr. Kuroku, what are you doing?
I'm going to buy another drink, and then go find the drunkest looking man playing cards, hand him the drink, and then kind of escort him away from the table because he's probably too stupid to know what's happening, and then take his place.
Hey, give me a perception check.
Okay.
There's several rowdy and drunk people here. So what you're trying to do is gauge which one you could, without conflict, remove so you have a seat, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. You are able to find a guy. it catches your ear at first because you hear someone go, "Get your drunk
Hammer.
out of here!" Like you can't even play because he's playing cards, but he keeps dropping his hand on the table, and everyone else can see his cards, and people are getting mad at him.
Yeah, that's the guy. Hey, good to see you, buddy. Here's a drink. Joe.
As you say that, he turns and goes, "I don't know who the hell you drink." Oh, yes, my old friend. Nice to see you too.
Yeah, we're all waiting over there for you. I point at the bar indistinctly and then just sit down when he
Oh
wanders off.
yeah, I
with the
gotta
drink.
go see the old crew. And he gets up and meanders off. His hand is still on the table, along with the 17 copper from his pile of money that he was playing out of.
I pick up his hand. Is it
Okay.
good?
I am going to say this: no, they are playing poker. You look at his hand; it's not great, but it is not bad. So you can make a flat D20 roll to do the gambling of how well you gamble with your hand as general. The pot is currently sitting at 65 copper. But you can add an intimidation or a deception to try to give yourself a bonus to this flat D20.
Yeah, intimidation. I can do that without saying anything. That's even better.
You gain temp HP, equal to the level of the person you frightened. You gain 20 temp HP.
I mean, I will take it,
But then leave, probably.
but then leave.
Okay, you sit there and you hold your cards in your hand, you look over them and kind of lick your lips and just glare at everyone else, pushing in the rest of your pot and just kind of this menacing grin on your face. Everyone else who was just like, "Ha, yeah, we're having a good time. Oh, yeah, I know I've got this. I got a great hand." They all kind of look at you. You see one guy, like, visibly wipe sweat off his brow. I fold. Another guy turns and goes, "I don't believe it. I'll match." But he's kind of quivering and his hands kind of shaking. And another guy looks at you and just goes, you can see the tick of this guy's eyes are looking at his cards and back up at you, back and forth, over and over. And finally he like kind of bites his lip and goes, "Oh, I raise. He reaches into his pocket and puts 2 platinum on the table.
I'll match.
You match that quickly? Just
Yeah,
boom?
I throw 1 platinum down and then match with 10 more gold. I don't have 2 plat, but I do have the
That's
gold.
fine. You have the equivalent.
Yeah,
You
I'll
match
match.
that. You match that quickly, and the guy just goes. You hear him go
Hammer.
as he drops his cards and is holding nothing. You lay yours down to show a straight. You've won.
Oh yeah, straight's a good hand.
Hammer.
I would have bet less to bait them in for more money.
You
Well,
win.
I couldn't.
I'm just gonna kind of round it up. So minus 20 gold because of your bet. You won 24 gold. Which, not bad at all. But I'm going to also say that is counting, you're sitting there for probably 30 minutes to an hour. I just described one hand. You're playing for a while. Overall, you won 24 gold.
But yeah,
But you get 24 gold total winning.
oh yeah, I clean these people out.
The chairs change hands multiple times during your play as people get up cursing. You get accused of cheating a couple times, but the people just get up and leave.
Oh yeah, once I've made this money, I don't sit there and make more. I leave before I know I have to fight an entire bar full of people. I know better.
We'll say 30 or 40 minutes have passed. Ko, you're still busy.
Yep.
Setari, after your solid massage where you were almost to the point of falling asleep, he gets into bed with you and begins kissing your neck.
Hi there.
That's not a no.
She then progresses and begins attempting to make love to you.
No, that's quite all right. That was lovely. Is this normal?
Yes, sweetie, I told you. I'm going to show you how to have some fun.
I
You
want
just
to go
lay
find
back
Setari.
and let me handle it. I'm an expert in these things.
But I've already got one. This isn't what I thought this was.
You have a lover?
Yes.
Well, think of all the new experiences you'll be able to take back and show them.
Oh no.
Hey, Zoe, look what I learned.
Oh no.
How'd you learn
Didn't
that?
even learn it from Co.
She does like learning, that's the problem.
Well, I haven't heard a definitive no, so Setari, you get love made to you. Unless you tell me no right now.
I think it goes a little ways and she just starts getting up. She tries to get up and...
Okay. So, some foreplay, but then it progresses and she remembers Zoe and stops.
yeah, no. Oh, I can
Okay,
learn it. Just... No.
The woman there tells you, are you sure that this is what you paid for?
I paid for a massage and it was very lovely, thank you.
You're just getting dressed quickly, trying to get to the door.
Yeah, more or less.
Okay.
Luckily I don't have armor, so it actually is fairly quick for me to get dressed.
The woman just kind of looks almost visibly upset at you at this point. It's like, oh, you just wasted my time then. And she just kind of gets up and storms out the door.
She still got the money.
I paid you. Is
That
this
was
a
a
problem?
better use of her time.
Yeah.
than it.
Yeah.
She
Maybe
worked
she
less
wanted
time.
to have some fun too. But
Well,
Ko,
that's
you go
true.
upstairs. I mean, Kuroku, you said you wanted to go upstairs and look for people, right?
Yeah,
Wait,
so
no,
Tori
hold
or
on.
Co, whoever I find first.
Eventually,
You-
Co
as you-
opens the door. I need 2 more in here.
You see, Kuroku, as you get up the stairs, you see a woman just kind of looking perturbed just walk past you down the stairs. You get upstairs, and you see Setari standing in a doorway, like, finishing getting dressed and all.
I actually saw that woman when she took Setari, so I
Yes.
want to stop her and say, is everything okay?
I guess the plus side is it didn't take as long as it should. The downside is I was starting to enjoy myself, and what is that woman even doing here? And she just kind of walks off.
I'm not going to stop her any further. I'm just going to go up and...
Yeah. Now you do see, Ko, are you going to spend more money?
Yeah, he'll probably go through 5 gold before he's done.
Okay. I'll do it here in a second. Okay, Setari, you come out the door. Kuroku, you do get up the stairs. You see Setari coming through the doorway, kind of finishing getting dressed. And she's not naked by any means. She's just, finishing adjusting her clothing.
Hmm.
As this happens, the door opens, and Ko, please scream what you wanted to scream.
I need 2 more in here. Oh, hey, Kuroku.
Oh, you're under
Sorry.
attack?
No.
Oh,
You need 2 more what, Co?
People. Not you 2.
Oh,
Unless you want to join.
I think I know what you're talking
Coming!
about. I'm alright.
Is-
Coming!
is there alcohol in there, Co?
One of them is carrying a bottle of wine as she runs in the door.
Yes. Yes, there is now.
Satari, you can make it back to the guild hall on your own, right?
I think I know this
Okay.
place well enough. I'm ready
Kuroku
to
walks
go.
away. He does not let you finish. He walks away.
Ko is just standing
Alright.
there naked, probably like a bottle of scotch in one hand and a cigar in the other. I need 2 more in here.
Yeah. Throw down a few more gold to add in Kuroku.
You said you were willing to spend 5 gold, so go ahead and spend the
He
5.
makes it 8.
Okay, you are now getting top shelf scotch and whiskey and brandy.
Guy dropping a lot of money at a casino. They're just
Yes.
treating you really
A
well.
whale.
Kuroku, you are welcome to go join in the room that Ko was in. All right, Setari, where do you go?
I think I'm heading back to the guild hall. I'm done here.
All right, y'all did not make it far down the street. You're about 20 minutes down the street. So, 20 minutes pass. They're still busy. You arrive back to see Ikrie working with Chadwick, kind of writing out stuff, teaching him how to read and write. So you do get back to the guild.
Okay.
Ikrie, they've been gone for about an hour, and then Setari comes back by her.
Totally sober?
Setari is, yes.
Oh yeah.
Not bad, huh? I just kind of I don't even tilt my head up. I just move my eyes to look up at her as she walks in.
Oh yes, that bad. Very bad. Oh.
Where'd y'all go?
This place called the Gentleman's Custard, I think it was.
Okay, yeah, I see why you came back.
Yes. Can we hang out one of these nights, Ikrie? I think it'd be much better than hanging with them.
Sure.
Because of the amount of money that you have spent, Co, one of the women tells you that they have called one of their premier ladies, known as Big Bertha, to come join.
Oh boy.
Oh my god, yes.
And Co cast hallucination.
No, that's Kuroku.
I cast
Kuroku,
hallucination.
on who doing what?
The area, and
Oh, so we're just dropping acid. Okay.
more or less, I'm basically I
So
want to
good,
use,
good happy feelings, colors and lights and things like that.
except for one thing. And if I can make it look like we're outside in an enchanted meadow, then sure, even better.
Okay.
But one thing, Ko is 2 feet taller and ripped.
Big Bertha walks in and goes straight to you and goes, "Now that's a man." And she is large size. She is a half giant woman. She walks right up to you and just puts her arms around you and starts kissing you.
Which one of us? Ko?
Kuroku. Because
Okay.
Kuroku is ripped and looks like a man.
No.
He said he did that to Ko.
I made that to
Oh,
Ko.
Ko. Okay, then yes, Ko.
Okay, cool.
Ko, you are now a little dragon boy with a
He's
six
all
pack.
over it. He doesn't care.
I don't, but Ko doesn't see his own hallucination. Just everybody else sees that.
Hey, I choose to fail.
You're more than welcome to.
All right, let's get back to Setari and Ikrie because y'all are busy.
So I'm assuming it's fairly late in the day by now, or
Early afternoon.
oh, we went to the tavern in the middle of the day. Okay,
Yeah, we're adventurers. We can do that.
I guess so.
Well, no,
These are all
it is
faithful.
evening, so we'll say the sun was setting as you were walking back to the guild house.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
real dark when y'all got to the place.
It was accidentally very dark.
Yes. Well, do you need some assistance?
Yeah, you can help.
I mean, I've been to a few libraries, I've learned some things, so I might be able to help a little. I'll sit down with them and see if I can just have a much nicer night relaxing and trying to teach somebody.
Okay, that's what you do.
Okay.
Y'all have rented this room for the entire night, by the way. So you stay the entire
Hey,
night.
there's another person.
There are 2 more people.
There's a cool
stealth.
thing over there too.
And Leshy, I think.
Nothing will be left untouched.
It does look like a sunflower, Leshy. Kuroku, you have failed your hallucination too.
sorry,
You
Steve.
said
Oh,
you said
jeez.
meadow.
Yeah. Oh no! Sorry. Don't look.
One
Oh,
of the
hammer.
people does look like a sunflower, Leshy. And it is morning.
I attempt to find my way home.
It is.
I am home.
All I-
Joe just lives here now.
The only thing the hungover Kuroku knows is which way north is.
Yes, you do know which way is.
That's all I know.
Oh, Kotu. Good old
You-
Gazra buff.
Okay, you do leave, and all the fantastical creatures that you saw are not there anymore. But there is a pile of bodies. In fact, there are 14 different asleep people scattered throughout this room.
Nice.
Well, I wake up Ko, because I'm sure he had the worst of it.
Ko is underneath 3 bodies.
I check his pulse.
It's not there. It's all the blood somewhere else.
Is one of those bodies he's under Big Bertha?
He did not say where he checked your pulse.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
Yes, one of the bodies is Big Bertha. She is spooning Ko, but as the little spoon.
Ah.
So if you're standing on that side of the bed, you can't see Ko.
Wait, does that mean that Ko was backpacking?
Yes.
I drag Ko out.
No, you can't make. Oh, hey, Kroki.
We gotta go. We have business to attend to.
Yeah, I wanted to go shop for spells.
Yeah, me too. Let's go.
As you go
Very
to leave,
sorely.
the madame of the house approaches both of you and says, "I hope everything was to your pleasing."
I loved it.
I hope it was. I don't remember most of it, but it looked like it was a good time.
Yes, I think
Well,
that's
here-
a yes for both of us.
Here at the Gentleman's Custard, we may appear to just be a seedy dive bar from the outside, but we do delight in some of the more intricate pleasures. And where there is coin to be spilled, so is there enjoyment. You are welcome here anytime, Master Ko.
I will take you up on that.
I would like to ask, and don't worry about it, the coin you have already shared will cover the expenses and the damages. But perhaps next time, could you refrain from trying to... I know a lot of people aren't a fan of insects, and we do our best to keep them out. But just because you saw a spider on the balcony, it did not require a fireball.
I'm gonna go look at the balcony.
Yeah, I'll go too.
Charred wood.
Kroki just burst into laughter. Like uproarious laughter.
Sorry.
One of the chairs has exploded. The table that was there, you see some people down below picking up burned scraps of wood and pieces of table.
Yep.
I
Yep,
made my
that sounds
earlier
about right.
I made my earlier statement. It was a very good time.
Again, you are welcome to come back anytime. We can handle this. But just be a little bit more careful next time, Master Ko.
Yes, I will.
I will make sure he leaves his spellbook at home.
Yeah. Yeah. Back to the guild hall.
Yeah, we'll go check in with the guild hall before Ko and I go shopping.
Hey, it is the next morning. Y'all work through the night with Chadwick. He is a very fast learner. At one point, when you're done, he has actually written out a sentence saying, "Thank you for teaching me and letting me join you, Lady Ikrie." And without you seeing him write this, he writes this on his own and hands it to you, Ikrie.
Oh, you're very welcome.
He kind of holds his hands out. He holds his hands out for a hug.
I will hug him.
Walk in the door to see.
And then I'll
Ikrie.
say, just Ikrie, it's fine.
Yes, y'all walk in and see Chadwick and Ikrie hugging. Ikrie's already cheating on you, Kuroku.
I am deeply offended by her action. How could she do this to me?
Flies into a jealous rage.
You
Who's the raging one here?
Hey, Setari.
Ko walks in. None of you have seen this yet because everyone's been looking at the front of Ko. But as Ko kind of walks past people, the entire back part of his clothing is missing, and it's just like burned scraps of clothing.
I feel like I would have noticed that on the walk home.
You felt a breeze on the walk home, but you were so hungover you didn't really notice it.
Does no one say anything?
I laugh.
Kobolds have a tail, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so y'all just see his butt and tail just kind of hanging out.
I'm not even going to ask.
What? What happened?
Uh,
Oh, you mean
you
about
tell
last night?
us.
Yeah, you probably don't want to know.
Ko,
Well, I want to know.
So none of you, neither of you noticed this either, because you're still fairly drunk and coming off the influence of the different narcotics of the party. But as Kuroku walks in, Ikrie, you probably notice this immediately because Kuroku walks in and says something about Chadwick, I guess. But you look, and his his left ear has suddenly been pierced, and there's a chain with about a $half sized geode hanging from it.
I don't say anything. I just continue to chuckle to myself.
Oh no.
Ko.
Yeah,
what's his-
Kuroku. That was Kuroku. I don't know if I said Ko. Kuroku has his earring.
Yeah, no. But,
Okay.
Ko, you may want to look at your backside.
Where's the mirror?
You just reach behind you and fill butt because there's no clothing there.
Oh, cool. He'll just take off the rest of his robes.
It's
Wonder
not...
what happened to this.
Okay.
It's right here.
I'll
He
throw
just
him on the
tosses the half-hard clothes on the ground and then walks
ground. I have
upstairs.
to find something else.
Just tears them off like stripper tear off clothes.
There's clothes and stuff here in the guild hall, so you don't have to amend your character sheet or anything like that. You find another set of clothes.
All right.
Does anyone call out Kuroku's new fashion?
Nope, I already said I don't.
I feel like Setari might say something.
I was already told I don't want to know, so I don't think I've... At least not right away.
Okay. Well, it is the morning. So what would y'all like to do with this day?
Ko takes a bath. Then he's gonna go find spells.
I'll go with Ko if he wakes me.
When Kuroku leaves the room to go lie down, like as he's like walking through the door, I'll be like, "Nice tattoo, by the way."
I'm sleeping here in front of you. I laid down on the nearest bench and fell asleep.
Oh, well then I'm going to leave to go shopping, and then as I'm walking through the door, I'll say, "Nice tattoo, by the way."
So, I'll try to go with Ikrie. She seems a little more reasonable to go with than these people, unless you don't.
Ko
want me to.
enjoyed hour-long bath.
I guess Kuroku's gonna search himself for a tattoo.
You find the geode earring on your ear as you start kind of looking around.
I slide it out and I guess appraise it and maybe clean up the blood on my ear.
Yes, as you now aware of it, your ear suddenly feels sore. You know how like you hit yourself and don't hurt till you notice it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like your ear was actually pierced.
that's fine. I cast Soothe on myself and then I will. Is it? I will go to the gentleman's custard when I go out to shop and bring it back to its owner because I know who owns this.
Okay. Setari and Ikrie, as you were getting together and you go to leave the front door, you open the front door to almost get punched in the face by a very nice dressed man that is trying to knock on the door, and as his fist goes forward, you open it, and he just kind of like almost falls forward.
I want to know who knocked on the door by punching it with like a punching form.
This man.
This man.
So, hello?
Oh, yes. I'm here on behalf of King Elijah. To get the paperwork and the signatures and begin the deed and the processing for the Guild of Urine.
Ah.
Oh,
well,
yes, that.
walk around to the
Huh.
desk. And who signed it?
I believe everybody except Kuroku.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, Setari wouldn't have signed it last night, but thinking about it, yes, she does.
Ko wrote his in big old letters.
She does sign
Fancy.
it in the morning.
It's super fancy though. You know, like one of those books where like the first letter they have like a big old letter with all the script. Then the O is just normal.
Wait, are you trying to tell me that it's fancy?
Yes.
So who all signed it? Ikrie, Ko, Karth, Setari. So Kuroku did not.
I'm surprised that Setari signed it.
Yep. He takes that. He looks over it. He kind of signs some other paperwork, and he hands you back the deed.
Thank you.
The Shield of Viren is now yours. The man turns to you, Ikrie, and Setari, since you're still standing there before him. I believe there are already the people who wish to speak with you and some affairs to be handled underneath the banner of the Shield of Yaren. They should be coming in soon. So, he kind of turns and looks at Kuroko. I don't want to tell you how to run your house, but perhaps getting your house in better order would be good before meeting some of the more noble people of Rayholt.
Okay. Thank you.
If you will see right here, Elijah wanted me to make sure this was pointed out to you. King Elijah. Sorry, I'm still kind of new to this position. Tell him I forgot his moniker. Hey, you see him start fretting. He's like, it's so difficult to jump through the red tape and the hoops dealing with nobility.
You have no idea.
I'm sure I have much to learn.
I'm just imagining Ikrie sitting there relating intensifies. But yes, if you see right here, you will receive a monthly stipend of 50 gold from King Elijah. So he did promise you a stipend. He wanted me to make sure you were aware of that.
All right. Thank you.
There are already two people that were waiting outside wanting to speak to you. I told them that I don't know. I lied to them. I hope it's okay. But I told them the guild wasn't open yet, and I had to come in and officiate things before actual guild operation hours. And so, you could just maybe tell them that, yeah, you were still asleep. I don't know.
That's fine. We'll be out in a minute.
Yes.
Very well, thank you. I am heading back to the castle, or the manor, or the estate of King Elijah. Is there any message or anything you'd like me to take back to him while I'm on my way?
Nothing other than our thanks at this moment.
We hope to be of use to him soon.
Very well. Your stipend will be brought to you once a month. If not by me, by someone else, who will also be able to act as a liaison to pass messages back and forth. Other than that, if anything needs to be told directly, some form of courier will come to you. King Elijah also wanted me to inform you that although he may not be able to grant an audience whenever you desire, someone of his court should be able to speak to you on official matters at any point. If you need to, just go to his estate and someone will be able to speak to you.
Very well.
He bows and he takes his leave.
I will turn back in and go. I will attempt to not wake, but drag Kuroko up to the barracks.
You get him up there without much issue. Yeah, I mean, you're strong enough to easily carry him, and he is passed out enough to not wake up. Currently, your two members of the Shield of Yaren are Kuroko and Chadwick.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. Right.
But not Hamler. Wow.
Yes, I get to boss him around.
Okay. Some time passes with you. You were drug upstairs, Kuroko. Like, you half stir awake to see you're being princess carried in Ikrie's arms as she tosses you in a bed upstairs.
I did not resist or wake up.
Spends about an hour and a half.
Okay, we'll say about an hour passes. Kuroko, you get a nap. Ko, you finish your bath. And there are some people outside that wish to speak to the Shield of Yaren. They have their own issues, problems, whatever.
It's Setari. I found clothes.
Much better.
Kuroko,
Spiffy.
you're done napping. You can come downstairs for this. In fact, I would like you here.
Actually, Ko would stop by and tell you he's going to go look for stuff.
Are there any lasting effects to hangover?
No. You just felt rough in the morning. Your effects of hungover were not realizing you had your...
We've all been there.
Yep, totally.
Okay, so you're all together. You look outside. A very upset-looking woman, along with another woman wearing glowing robes with arcane runes all over them,
Co's interesting.
and a man that is fairly well dressed, and he's standing there looking very impatient. He's about a middle-aged man wearing almost noble clothing, looking very impatient. Those are the three people out there. Who would you like to address first or have come in first? Upset commoner woman, woman in wizard's robes, or impatient middle-aged man?
I'll go to the upset woman.
Okay, you invite. They all come inside when you open the door, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, you address the upset woman first.
I hop in the seat.
I will address the upset woman. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. My name is Jane. I know that no good husband of mine is having an affair. You're the shield of Yaren. You're back up and running. He pulls out a coin purse. I have 35 silver. It's yours if you can help me find out the truth. I know that man's having an affair, but I can't prove it.
I'm on this one. I can do this.
As jobs present themselves to you, you run this organization. You have the No.
Ikrie, I can do this. And you
Yeah, I
know
think we
I
sent
can.
Kuroku out on it.
And you know I can do this.
Why aren't y'all sitting up at the head chair thingy?
Because he
I was.
talked to this in the doorway for some reason.
I pulled her inside, and that's just where I walk to. Okay. I don't
Now
feel
look
like
at
snagging my token all over the freaking map.
Yeah, but Ko was sitting in the chair. Now he's got to yell across the building.
Yep.
Yeah. I was gonna drag her to a bench over here anyway, just like sit down and talk to her.
Okay. But what are you saying to her?
No.
We're trying to focus on the bigger issues
This
in there.
this issue affects my whole life. What's bigger than that?
The kinds of issues that affect everyone's whole lives.
You must not be married. You don't know what it's like.
Ikrie, we need to start small, do we not? Don't you think we should start small?
Possibly. What do the rest of you think?
There's no harm in it.
If we start with some things like this is the types of things that will come. Do we want to take on so many of these sorts of things?
That was my thought process.
Maybe we should write down a list of jobs we take.
Is her problem no more or less important than the nobleman or the wizard lady outside? Curious to say that her problem is not more important than theirs.
I've not heard from them. I have no idea.
I don't think it'd be hard for Kuroku to find that stuff out.
Okay. Well then, ma'am, if you would tell Kuroku here what you know, he can help you out.
All right. Jane goes off to the side with you, Kuroku, and fills you in with the information of why she feels like her husband is having an affair, places he visits, friends of his, things like that.
Goes to the gentleman's Custard.
Yeah.
There all night last night.
All of his money is gone. He's just gambling. That's all he's doing. But all she knows is he goes there and his money doesn't come back.
There's been some people say sometimes he looks like a mechanical carny.
I correct. I should do this because I correct Ikrie. My name is Yoshito.
Yes.
I assume y'all are saying Yoshito.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it easier.
That slipped my mind as a player. My bad.
It's understandable.
Okay, so that one is handled. What was the next roll I had? Okay. The woman. There's the wizard woman and the impatient nobleman standing outside. Who next?
Ikrie, get rid of the situation, nobleman.
I'll address the nobleman.
Go
Hi.
the wizard lady.
Well, we can only do one at a time, so calm down.
I mean, I thought we were each going to take one. So,
Y'all are addressing them as a group, so one at a time is easier.
Okay.
Yes, the Shield of Yeren. Very happy to see it up and running. My name is Joffrey. You may have heard of me. I am the leader of the Rayholt Purity League, and I am here to ask the Shield for their support.
I probably haven't, but have I heard of the Rayholt Purity League?
No, and a society check won't tell you either, because it's something that formed while you were in existence.
That's why I thought I
Ikrie, that
probably
sounds
haven't.
like a eugenic type of thing. I don't think we want to be involved in that. Wait,
I
hold on. You're
can
human.
see by
What
the,
do
I
you
can
do?
see by the puzzled look on your face that you may not, and I understand you were gone for some time, and now that you are back, let me fill you in. The Rayholt Purity League, or the RPL, as we call ourselves. I am the leader, and I have found many like-minded people and followers, and we have grown quite well over the years. With our driving force being that we are sick and tired of the refugees from all over coming to the city and draining its resources. An entire section of the city has been overrun with those
Hammer.
Jukanese. Next to it are the filthy locks. There are even homeless from the Tranquil Sea coast who have come here looking for handouts. But with the support of the Shield, the RPL movement could really gain enough political power to make some change and save Rayholt.
Sir, I'm afraid the shield cannot help you.
No, you don't understand. We are many noble families that just want to protect Rayholt. We can pay you.
You can use that money to help those that need it.
They need to
Such
get
as
out of our
refugees.
city is what they need.
No, they need a safe place to stay.
They can go find it somewhere else. They can go back to Locks or back to Jukon or back to their little fishing villages on the coast.
That would not be a wise option, considering
Why?
that the whole reason people become refugees is because their home countries are no longer safe.
I
Joe
would like
comes
to-
back out with a sandwich.
I
Why?
would like to intimidate this man. Quite silently.
Go for it.
Meanwhile, while you roll that, why don't you have them build extra buildings or something, and then you have more people to be noble over?
He's listening to you for a moment, and he kind of puts his hand on his chin, thinking, and then he looks over at Kuroku and just takes a step back and makes an audible squeak, where he's like, okay, I'm sorry. Maybe I caught you at a bad time, and he just hurriedly leaves the building.
If Ikrie turns to look at me, I give her a thumbs up.
I'll just nod.
Joe's enjoying a sandwich at the desk.
Kuroku gained 3 temporary HP.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Would you like to use that reaction?
I'll wait.
Did we just
Yeah.
get to tell a noble person to go shove it?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Maybe I should have signed that question.
And Ikrie is grinning ear to ear at that thought.
And yeah, Star's got a blank look on her face, like, whoa.
Wizard woman.
Okay, the wizard woman.
I lost my spell book of 7th level spells. Can anyone help me find it?
No, I lost
Okay.
my spell book that had only uncommon and rare spells of every level in it. Have you seen it?
The entire party
I
jumps in
will
to help.
help you find it if I can read it.
It is written in Draconic.
Yes.
She comes in. She makes a little curtsy. You see that she has all kinds of amulets and trinkets, bracelets, and you just kind of hear the light clatter of metal as she curtsies and bows before you. She has this long, flowing, feathered hair. She's very beautiful, full elf woman. It is a pleasure to meet all of you. I am of the Council of the Rayholt Wizard College. My name is Clarissa. I have come here simply to make introductions. and to perhaps form a relationship and alliance between the Wizards College and the Shield of Yaren, hoping that we could call on you if the need ever arises, and in return, perhaps some of our services could be of use to you.
What sort of favors would we be trading?
Oh, these would not be favors. If we had need of adventurers trying to put good into the world, it would be nice to know that we could have people that we know and trust to call on. And if you have need of anything involving the arcane arts, this kind of what we do, be happy to help.
I do. I have lots to do.
That
A mutual trade of services.
does sound beneficial to all parties.
We simply want to form and build a relationship with you.
I do not
Yes,
see
I-
any harm in this.
Do you know anything about the reputation of this organization?
They've been around since Rayholt's been around. They more or less keep to themselves. Lately, they have actually been sending people out across the country, even into Lux, doing archaeological digs, looking for some kind of artifacts or runes, or even just ancient culture kind of stuff they've been interested in. There's never been rumor of them being evil or doing bad things or anything like that.
They're purely academic and in no way political, pretty much.
Nerds, yes.
Pretty much, yes.
Okay, cool. That sounds good to me.
And
Me too.
I will then take my leave of you.
You'll
Again, I
visit
just
any-
wanted to make introductions. However, I am aware that a couple of you do dabble in the arcane arts, amongst other traditions. That we do have people within our college that can traverse all traditions, and we, as a show of friendship, I would like to make certain things available to you. Some of the more hard to reach spells, perhaps. We do know some uncommon spells and things of that nature. So if you wish to come by and partake in some learning, would be happy to do so. Our
Go grab a
library is also very extensive, with all kinds of knowledge transcending planes and times. So you may help yourself to our library. It is not normally open to the public, but you are welcome there if you ever need to study on something. We are a largely academic group, but if our knowledge can't be put to use to help the actual world, what is the point of hoarding it?
We're so right. Let's go.
I'm just imagining Ko like jumps on this woman's back, like piggyback, like onward, let's go.
Even Setari steps forward at the mention of a library. She hasn't set foot in one of those in forever.
Ko is very respectful here.
Actually, yeah, this is the most polite Ko's ever been.
Yeah, probably.
You're most generous, Lady Clarissa. Thank you.
You have access to a vast library that will give you a bonus to recall knowledge checks. You go to this library and you make the recall knowledge check as you study, whether it be places, events, creatures, things like that. It will give you bonuses to help you learn more information. You now also have access to all uncommon spells of 3rd level and lower.
Neat.
Woohoo!
She takes her leave and does go back to the... There is a large tower
Follower.
here. There's a large tower. No, you don't. I have more events because these went faster than I thought. There's a large tower off to the side a little bit from the King's Estate. That is the Wizard's Tower. It is fairly large. It's the tallest building in Rayholt by far. It's also fairly wide, and there are lots of other smaller interconnected buildings around the base of it. The Wizard's College itself is the largest building in Rayholt.
Hard to miss.
Yes. I'll go ahead and these went by quicker than I expected, so I have 2 more events. I'll just go ahead and knock those out of the way as well, if that's all right with you.
Sure.
Actually, yes, it is 2 more. Okay, there are 2 other people outside. There is a man wearing a dark, he is wearing leather armor, but he has kind of nice clothes on it, and he has a dark brown kind of cloak wrapped around. It is a hooded cloak, but the hood is down. He's a younger man, appears to be mid-20s, decently looking, well-groomed, nice little mustache. You can see that he does have a short sword on one of his hips. The other person that is standing outside is a gnome, wearing commoner's clothing, has almost a makeshift hat on his head. It looks almost like this hat was made out of a burlap sack, and he just kind of put it on his head. And he is just standing there, maybe 10 feet from the front door, staring at the ground. And then you do watch him kind of bend over and put his finger out and pick up, and there's a beetle on his finger, and he's just standing there staring at the beetle that's crawling on his finger now.
Larry can take point on that one.
And who do you call in first? Because y'all do handle this as a group. Technically, the heads handle this as a group. So Kuroku came in and can offer his services or offer his input whenever he wants, but it's ultimately up to the four heads of the shield of what to do with each situation.
Look at you, Pactum.
Hydra.
Thinks the gnome's entertained.
We should rename the shield to Hydra.
Hail Hydra.
They're 4 heads.
You cut one off, 2 more grow back.
We fought one that had 5, though. We need another.
No.
Alright, so who do you call in first? The well-dressed man? Or not the well-dressed, but the guy in the cloak? Or the dumbfounded gnome staring at a bug on his hand?
I think the gnome can entertain himself for a moment. We can speak to the other.
Alright then.
He comes in and with a flourish of his hands, he bows and kind of flips his cloak out as he does. It looks very fancy. And as he stands up straight, he kind of puts his hand to his chest and goes, "Hello to all of you. It is a pleasure to make all of your acquaintance. My name is Whisper. I am one of the higher-ranking members of the Rayholt Thieves Guild. So happy to be here, so happy to speak to you, and hopeful of what the future may hold. I have come here hoping that we could work out an arrangement between my house and yours. Perhaps you look the other way on certain affairs throughout Rayholt that my house handles. If you have more questions about how we handle them, I'd be happy to fill that in. And in exchange, we can offer you a small monthly stipend, along with I am prepared to pay you 10 platinum up front right now, and the services of the Thieves Guild will be at your disposal. We have eyes and ears everywhere. Not only are we great at acquiring objects, but also information. Believe we could be a valuable asset to you."
I understand that your skills are great, but know that I have reservations if you say we must look the other way.
I don't think we want to be associated with the Thieves Guild, especially at this early of a juncture.
You will not... I understand your concern. But you see, staying in the shadows is kind of what we do. It will not be in the public eye. It is simply certain things that may transpire in Rayholt that you will know will be us. You will just look the other way. And again, we're not the Assassin's Guild. We're not here to hurt anyone. And in exchange, you will profit from it, whether it be through services or coin, what have you. There's obviously a way we can help each other here.
That's the other thing, is that I am notoriously terrible at looking the other way.
And the rest of you?
It's just giving a thumbs up from his seat.
I think looking the other way is what got the former shield into trouble.
They didn't look the other way. They just refused to look at all.
Gonna abstain on this one.
I don't like it.
Our services can be applied to many different things, including the matters that you may wish to have handled. Perhaps there's someone in the city, an evildoer that you were trying to track down. Would not having our eyes and ears help you with that? Or perhaps there's an organization rivaling yours, one that is trying to stop what you were doing. Maybe a band of marauders, some cutthroat assassins, evil cultists. Perhaps someone has gained a powerful artifact of great magic that they want to do harm with. Would it not make things easier if perhaps a light-fingered gentleman could relieve them of said powerful artifact before they could use it?
I do not question your skills. I question your intent, sir.
It's not the services you can provide us that concern me. It's what you'll be doing in the meantime.
It's just like,
I'm going to say no.
I think most of those things we can deal with ourselves too.
Yeah.
But still, I abstain. It is up to you all if you want to take part in that.
Well, as a sign of mutual respect from one house to another, we cannot work together. And that does disappoint. But hopefully we do not have to work against each other either. My house will continue as it always has, and hopefully always will. But we have no interest in making an enemy of the Shield of the Aaron. So we will stay in our shadows. Even though you will continue to bring more light, I have no doubt.
I don't think we'll be looking for the kinds of things you're doing anyway.
Yes, any times our paths cross will mostly be due to chance.
You have made no enemies here, sir.
He bows, and he does tell you that if you ever decide to change your mind, there's a... Now, I know you are not the town guard, you're not the palace guard, you are nothing like that. You are the Shield of Yeren, not the police of Rayholt Street. Don't get me wrong, he turns to you, Ikrie. Don't get me wrong. As you said, you don't want to look the other way, I'm sure. Any evil flight you wish to correct. But I assume you are more bigger picture type.
That is our hope.
So I will say this in confidence, in hopes that it is not used against me. But not far from here is an establishment named the Gentleman's Custard.
Oh yeah, I know that place.
If you go there, we do have a fence that works from that place on. He's there fairly often.
What's he
So
look
if you-
like?
He looks like a mechanical tarny.
Oh yeah. I met him last night.
He tells you that there's a man named Carl there that works for him. If you ever, even though we cannot work together as allies, perhaps in the future you may still require our services as business transaction. So if you ever do need us, speak to Carl. He will get you in touch with me, and we can exchange services and things of that nature. If something ever does come, like I said, I do not wish to make enemies of the Shield of.
Very well. That sounds good to us.
He bows and takes his leave.